Hello and welcome to a very special edition of the Buy Round Show. We've got a fantasy draft. Jimmy up against Charlie. Winner takes it all. Basically, we're going to do a draft live.
Yep.
We've not conferred with one another about who our favourites are, but the rules are we've got 17 players to pick and one from each team. So each team must be represented, and then we're going to do a vote to the fans to see whose team they feel would win.
Exactly right. And by the way, so that means if you take Nathan Cleary, you can't pick a single other Penrith player in your team.
Exactly.
You know,
I thought I explained that.
I just thought I'd sort of add for effect, you know, in case people were sort of like half listening, you know, cooking dinner or something, or maybe they're on a little run and they've just sort of thought about something else for a brief moment as they've just pressed play on the podcast.
Yep.
You know, I just thought I'd reaffirm the rules for everyone at home.
Okay. Well, team name. What have we gone with, Charlie?
My surname's White. I've gone with the White Knights.
The White Knights?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You happy with that?
Well, yeah.
Coached by Wayne Bennett.
Oh, you've picked a coach.
Yeah. Coached by Wayne Bennett.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your team name then?
Well, look, I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before. Any sort of fantasy team that I've ever named is always called Inter Milan, and today will be no different.
So you're going for sort of a joke name, and I look like a zero now for my White Knights.
Yeah. Well, it's not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a joke.
Could help you in the votes as well.
People
tend to sort of go with the name.
Team name is important, and you know what? Every time and look, I'm going to admit, Inter Milan isn't a James Graham original.
Okay.
It was. I think it. I've seen it around the traps, playing five-a-side back home in England. Every time you see that name, you can't help but smile.
Yeah, that's true. But guys, ignore the name. Just focus on the team that's produced. We've also got to figure out how we're going to get the first pick, because that's massive. Because I think Nathan Cleary for me is a consensus number one pick. I think we both agree on that. We sort of spoke about it off air.
Okay.
And Tony has prepared a who am I for us to do.
Just quickly, before we get into this, positions. So obviously, state of origin, New South Wales team.
Yep.
They pick a lot of fullbacks.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think we just pick a real position, true position.
Yeah, true position.
However, 14, like your 14, you can be creative with.
Yeah, I think the bench we can.
Yeah.
Well, again, that will help us. That will help or hinder your team's likelihood of winning the head-to-head game.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. All right, Tone. Let's kick it off. So, just to be clear.
Yeah.
So, for example, Latrell Mitchell cannot feature in the census.
No. I think he's a fullback. He can feature at 14 though.
I agree.
And to be fair, he'd do a great job in the centres. He's one of those guys. Yeah. Like, I just don't want to see Clint Gutherson in the centres. I don't want to see Teddy playing on the wing.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you're not going to see any of that shit, Alsbury.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, cool.
Fantastic.
And good to see you've got your laptop. Your team is very serious. Tony, what have you got for us?
Okay, so this is a rugby league personality. It's a who am I. There's about 8 facts here, so you jump in with your name if you know who it is off the bat. Okay. So I was born in the 1950s, the same year St George won their 5th consecutive premiership. Growing up in Brisbane, I signed for a Sydney club in 1979, where I would go on to play over 200 games and win the 1987 New South Wales Rugby League Premiership. I also had a stint in England with St Helens, captaining the team in a challenge.
Is it Arthur Beaton?
It is not Arthur Beaton. So, Jimmy, you have a free rein here. Charlie can't go in until you answer, so I'll continue. I also had a stint in England with St Helens, captaining the team in the Challenge Cup final. After footy, I decided to try commentary, but didn't get off to the best of starts as I dropped an F-bomb live on TV during the coverage of the 88 grand final.
When do I get the chance to come back in?
When Jimmy answers.
You surely have to have a guess.
Somehow, I was allowed back onto TV in 1994 and anchored a brand new rugby league show. Although, just a year later, I became a superstar coach,
ridiculous.
Leading Queensland to a famous 3-0 series win in the greatest upset.
Mal Meninga.
No.
It is not Mal Meninga.
Oh, Charlie, it's Fatty Vorton.
It is Fatty Vorton.
Yes.
It is Fatty Vorton.
Yes.
So, Charlie, that means you've got first pick.
And that was rigged. That was rigged as well. St Helens, I
thought it was Mal.
Well, It
And I was
wasn't,
just
mate.
waiting, and then no, my bad. Sorry.
As mentioned, first pick for me, Nathan Cleary.
Yeah, all right.
On the board, whack him in, number 7. Panthers off the board then for me. Interesting now, like, you don't need a race to pick a Penrith player, do you?
Charlie.
But you don't want those positions of the next Penrith player you're thinking of to get filled. However, Penrith's a deep team.
Thank you for the
Words of wisdom. That's a good start for me.
It is a very...
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, very good start. I actually hadn't planned for losing that.
But what TV show did you think Mal Meninga anchored?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I was...
Him and Peter Sterling side by side. He's great on Fox these days, though. He is.
I'm going to go... my first pick will be Kalen Ponga.
Okay. That's a really good pick. I like that because Knights aren't that deep. So that's wigged me out straight away. I'm wigged out by that. I'm going to go sort of this is probably a touch early. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pick Reece Walsh at fullback. So Reece Walsh and Nathan Cleary. Imagine those two playing together.
So you've gone, Walsh at the back.
Yeah, to be fair, I've gone for fairly deep teams straight away. I prefer what you've done picking Ponga, and I was going to do something crazy, but then I think I would have regretted picking that player that I was thinking of.
Cam Munster at 6.
Okay. Cam Munster at 6. So you got Ponga and Munster. Good team. Good combination. Is it as good as Reece Walsh and Nathan Cleary? I don't think so, personally. Now, I'm going to pick a man who was in the headlines during the off-season, moving clubs, Sharks in 2025, Adam Fanua-Blake. So that's from the Warriors, though. That's a Warriors pick, obviously.
Yeah,
he's playing at the Warriors
that's
currently.
fair. That's fair. I'm gonna take him off the market. Happy Coruscant, number 9.
Okay. I think that was a mistake from you.
Why?
Because Appy is your number 9. So I'm probably going to pick Harry Grant as my hooker.
Yeah, but I've already got Melbourne player.
Exactly. So what was the rush to get a hooker? Because Penrith players are already gone. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I've taken.
Happy Coruscant doesn't play for.
Of course. Oh, duh. What have I done?
So you're now left with the scramble of Tigers players.
I've gone back 2 years in time.
Yeah.
What have I done?
What have you done?
Jesus, it is early in the morning, but that's it.
Yeah. So
now,
there's my
picking Ponga and Munster. I'm wigging out now. Fuck. Okay, well done. I'm gonna.
So you see the logic behind going with Coruscant?
Yeah, I do.
Because again,
a great pick.
so you're scrambling for a nice representation.
Yeah.
But you're also now like the Tigers.
I know who I want though from the Tigers. I know who I'm going to go there. Well, it's not the
just for our listeners. One of the questions you asked to begin the show was, "Is Adam Dewey available?" And it was kind of like, well, if you want to pick Adam Dewey, with all due respect to Adam Dewey, in your team, like,
well, I've got someone in mind, but it's not Adam Dewey.
Yeah, Nofaluma.
He's probably not even at the Tigers now when this gets released. All right, my pick. It's a strange one, but Herbie Farnworth in the centres. I know it's early, but it's the Dolphins. Dolphins aren't deep.
I like your style there, Charlie.
Great signing for the Dolphins this year.
Yeah, he is really good.
So Warrior.
Hang on.
I've now eliminated the Warriors, the Broncos, the Dolphins, and the Panthers.
Oh, I've been doing this wrong. What am I doing, James? Yeah, so you've got rid of the Warriors.
Yep. Panthers, Dolphins, Broncos. Your Tigers, Melbourne, and Knights. Good pick, Appy.
I'm gonna go Joey Manu in the centres.
Okay. Good pick. So you've got Munster at 5'8".
Yep.
Okay. I can't take Luai as well because I've got Cleary.
That's
so
right.
5'8", I'm going to have to think about my 5'8" position. So Ezra Mao, I can't take him because we've got Reece Walsh. I'm going to take Cody Walker.
Okay. So you've taken away your South option.
South is at the board, yeah. It's funny, you might see someone like Latrell not get picked.
He probably won't get picked, will he?
Yeah. What's his strategy around wingers?
To be confirmed, Charlie.
Okay.
It is a tough one.
Yeah.
Because they're probably going to be...
Because I don't want to go get like one of the greatest wingers, you know. There's one player, actually, that it could be worth grabbing. But more just because he plays for a shit side.
You know what's really singing out to me?
Yeah.
Is the lack of options really at Canberra.
Ooh, okay.
And do I go and get Joey Tarpany now? And then you can't have him.
And Jack Whiten's gone.
And Jack Whiten's gone.
And I don't need Jamal Fogarty in the halves.
You know, a couple of edge back rows there that go well, but like where are they on that echelon of player?
Elliot Whitehead is sort of...
He is good. Hudson Young is
a good player.
good, but is he going to be like...
Nah, he'd be a bench forward for me.
Yeah, see, Joey Tarpany, like to play maybe as a starting front row or maybe as on the bench.
Because Josh Papali'i is in Canberra, but he's sort of towards the tail end of his career.
So I think I'm going to lock that in. Tony, lock me in with Joey Tarpany.
Good pick. That's a good pick. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to take Tino Fa'asuamaleaui as my Titans player.
I like that. Yeah.
I think I can spell Tino Fa'asuamaleaui as well.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Like,
what do you want? A fucking...
That's pretty impressive, though, isn't it? To be able to spell Tino Fa'asuamaleaui.
It's all right.
Titans actually have a couple of options. I was going to say that sort of rules the Tides, but you got some great players
Fafita.
there. Yeah, Fafita is a good one.
Yeah.
AJ Brimson, 14.
I think Dave Fafita is the big impact player. That I kind of had that strategy like Titans. Those are my two, and whichever one, I'm happy to sacrifice one for the other.
Let the other person go first. Yeah, fair.
That was the thinking. There's a couple of clubs that I'm looking at and going, I think I want first dibs. But you know, you just worry that you're gonna mess it up.
I think your strategy of going the not lower end but the shorter pooled teams is maybe a better strategy. I've sort of gone for just whoever I like the sound of.
See, I think I'm gonna get Val Holmes in the mix from the Cowboys.
I like that
because you know, again, the Cowboys they've got some amazing players, but he's the superstar of that team, right? So I'm going to put Val Holmes, but I'm not going to allocate him a position yet. Is because he could be centre or a wing.
Yeah, I think he's one of the few players that we can say centre wing applies, but I think he plays in the centres for the Cowboys. He plays wing for Origin. So like, I think he's a centre.
All right, okay. Well, if it's got to be a centre,
I think it's got to be a centre.
All right. Well, I'm going to put Val Holmes. I've got my centre partnership. Done and dusted.
So who's that? Val Holmes and who's the other one?
Joey Manu.
Pretty good. Getting a bit nervous about some of the more average teams, so I'm going to pick. Did Matt Burton play any time at centre during the season last year for the Dogs?
No, he didn't.
He didn't play any games. No, he just played halfback the whole time, didn't he? I will go. I'm going to go Josh Adokar as one of my wingers.
Okay.
At time of recording, is a Dogs player.
What are you trying to say?
But you just never know. He's had a sort of a busy off season, hasn't he?
I need a 7, and I've got two really good options at 7. Well, sorry, 3. It's really difficult. Obviously, we're competitive, so I'm looking at Nico Hines.
Oh, I've messed something up.
What have you done? Come on.
Well, I could have taken Kick Out for the Dogs and taken Josh Adokar.
Yeah.
I could have taken Burton, you know, as my 14 or something. I've messed that up.
Yeah, you have.
Fuck.
So,
and I just said, why are you taking wingers early? Like I just said that. I said, Charlie, don't take wingers early.
You've had an absolute shocker.
Fuck.
So, you don't need a 7.
No.
So I've got plenty of options there. Actually, I'm just going to hold the phone on those particular clubs.
Okay.
Because there's no need to go because I've got backups.
Yep.
So I'm looking at the Dragons as maybe Ben Hunt.
Yep. Makes sense.
Or maybe even him be the 14.
Great 14.
In fact, you know what? Looking at my team, I think I'm going to have to do that.
Okay.
Because
it's a good pick, I think.
That doesn't leave too much out. And I've already got my centres. With like Lomax would be an option.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to pick my 14, which is a bit left field. You don't usually do that.
No, I like it. I'm
going to go Ben Hunt at 14.
Yeah, I like it. Dragons, they're not a one club team, but they are heavily reliant on Ben Hunt. One man team, I should say, not one club team.
Yeah. Over to you.
Okay. I'm going to go to Manly, and I'm going to go with the man who signed the 8-year deal. Olakau'atu as my back rower. One of the best back rowers in the game. And he's got that bit of mongrel about him as well. I like his competitiveness.
He's a very, very handy.
Yeah. Speaking to Aaron Woods as well, Olakau'atu is one of the hardest workers off the field as well. You know, you see that explosive athlete.
You know, and if Woodsy said it, then it must be true. Like he's not exactly going to bag him, is he? Do you know what I mean? Like, tell you what, Olakau'atu, like just someone within the media, i.e. yourself.
True. But I see Woodsy as sort of a close friend.
Yeah.
And a confidant.
Okay, well that's actually really helped me shape my team. Now that you've gone him for Manly, that sort of leaves me open for DCE at 7.
Okay,
which I don't need to rush into that because Manly again are one of those teams that maybe with an option of Turbo on another bench spot, but then I think Hunt and Turbo.
Yeah, it's risky.
It's risky.
And also, what Turbo are we getting? He's always getting injured. He might.
You brought up Adam Dewey.
yeah, I brought him up off air.
Yeah.
On air. Turbo might do his hammy in the warm-up. You just don't know, do you?
Yeah. No, you don't.
You got to imagine this is a team that's got to play 30 games for you throughout the year.
Yeah, so I might just leave DCE as my is the 7 no matter what. But then I looked at the Eels. And we've yet to get either of us have yet to get representation from the Eels. I'm thinking Moses, but where do Moses and DCE stack up? Because Moses probably doesn't get the credit he deserves, but I reckon Cherry Evans he obviously does, and he's a bigger name.
I think I if I was you, I'd probably lean towards Moses.
Yeah, but then I've got a very, very handy. Met DCE, what he's done in the game.
Yeah, being Australian captain.
Australian captain.
Yep.
Versus Moses, who, he's amazing for Para. But Para got some other options there with.
Yeah, I've got a bit of draft regret as well for my. As a player I want from Parramatta that I regret not taking earlier. I could have taken him when I had the opportunity. Fuck.
Well, you can still, because Para's not gone.
No, I know, but I don't really want him now. I don't know if he's going to. I've got that position sort of filled, and he's not really going to.
Oh, you got a front rower?
No, I could do a bench. I've got 2 front rowers on the bench I need.
I think who you'd be going then. I know you're 5'8". Yeah, you should have been Dylan Brown.
Cody Walker, I think, yeah.
You went early on South.
Yeah, I did. I started panicking when you started taking, like, that big Coruscant thing threw me as well, and I forgot that he played for the Tigers.
That was brilliant. See, the Sharks are an interesting club. Really interesting.
Yeah, there's a handful of decent players at the Sharks. Yeah, Sharks. I've got a couple of people in mind at the Sharks.
Yeah, because there's only the Sharks and the Eels that either of us don't have. So I feel like the advantage is to get the cream of those two.
We'll get on with it then.
I know, but I'm trying. Who do you reckon's better between RCG and Junior Baller?
I'm not going to comment on that. I'll let my picks do the commenting on that.
Because they're both...
You know, there's a player you're also forgetting, Sean Lane.
I don't think he's in the same echelon of player as those two.
You've also got, if you want cult heroes, Mike Acevo.
I don't have any wingers yet either, which is alarming. I need to start thinking about some guys that
There's
play
a player
on
I
this team.
really like at Parramatta as well, young player.
Yeah, you know what? I need to get my act together here. I need to start picking some wingers. Otherwise, I'm going to be left with like Penrith and Broncos players that play on the wing.
Pretty good options at Penrith. It's not bad.
No, I know, but like I know, but
Taylor May.
Yeah, but do you want that as like
Even Taruva, the Groover.
Yeah, but do you want that as like your representation from those clubs?
Yeah, you want to.
Yeah.
I think I know definitely who you're going to take from Penrith.
Who?
I'm not going to
Well,
say.
come on, it's a conversation for a
Yeah,
podcast.
okay. I think James Fisher-Harris you're going to take from Penrith.
I was thinking more Isaiah Yeo.
Oh, okay. All right. No locks have been taken so far. Fuck, could have had Cam Murray. Could have Dylan Brown in the halves and Cam Murray at lock.
Cam Murray's what I'm thinking for an edge.
For an edge, no. You got to play. He plays edge in Origin, but he's a lock.
All right, well, Murray might be off the bench then.
Yeah, okay. Bench front rower.
Nah, that bench,
yeah. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Bench middle.
Fuck. This is tough. All right, Charlie, I think I'm ready to take my pick.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Junior Baller
Junior Paulo, okay.
from the Parramatta Eels.
Yep. Good pick. Good pick. Good player. Great player.
Hard to split him and Regan Campbell-Gillard.
Yeah.
Like, very difficult.
Yeah. Over to me. So what teams haven't I got? I've got...
You've got a Storm player, a Newcastle player, Sharks, Roosters, Canberra, Eels,
I've got a
Cowboys,
Sharks. Yeah, I've got a Sharks player.
and the Dragons.
I know who I'm taking from the Cowboys. I may as well say it because you can't take him.
Go on.
Jeremiah Nanai is going to be one of my players at some point.
Yeah.
I know who I'm taking from the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to reveal everything to everyone. Keep some
Yeah.
mystery, keep some
Why don't you
mystery.
just do your next pick?
Yeah, okay. I think the Sydney Roosters is a team that I haven't picked from yet, which does interest me a lot. But I need a lock, and I'm just a bit worried that... I'm worried about the fact that I didn't pick Cam Murray. I mean, if I'm thinking Cowboys, Jason Taumalolo is another player that I could choose. You know how I've picked Tino in my front row? Could I move Tino to lock, or is that not allowed?
I'll let you put him at lock. I think.
You put him at lock. I think he plays lock, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So I'm going to push Tino to my lock position, which then frees up my front row a bit more.
With Manly, do you go Jakey Trbojevic?
Yeah, there's a good chance. I'm going to go with my Roosters pick. I just want to get this player because I really like him. Lindsay Collins.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's a fantastic footballer. And, it's
when you think of the talent that the
Roosters have. James, is that a...
You said it now.
Mistake? No, but the reason I like Lindsay Collins is I think he's underrated. I think a lot when the Roosters started to become good, a lot of it was off the back of the conference he took out of Origin last year. So,
see, what surprised me here, Charlie, is with your tactics. So the only club that neither of us have made a pick from is the Sharks.
Yep.
So, Roosters, you should have waited. See, this is what I did. I looked at like who's.
I'm just trying to. I'm not sure who I want from the Sharks yet, though. I'm just not sure who I want because there's a lot of decent players, but I'm not sure who I want. Like I think I know who I want, but I'm not sure I want to pick them just yet because it's not a position I really want to pick just yet.
I think you're looking at your 14, and you're probably going to go with Hines.
Maybe. Be a pretty good pick, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You've got your 14 covered. Have you got your 7 already?
No. I've got time to do my 7 because you've already.
Oh, because you're taking DC at 7. Yeah. Okay. Well, then Hines is. Why am I rushing to get Hines then? If that's what I want.
Yeah, because you're not. But I know you need a player in that position. and you're not that strong. I really like.
I love Mulatalo as a player. I'll be honest. I'm happy to open the book. I love Mulatalo.
Yeah, but I think I've got my wingers in my head.
Yep.
And I don't think. I'm thinking Britton Nikora or Nikora.
Yeah, he's got a fantastic manager, I should say as well. Toops used to play for Penrith.
I really like him as a player.
Yeah,
like I think he's one of the most underrated players in the competition.
You going with him then?
Yeah, because I'm shitting myself that you're going to take him, and there's no one else that's like really.
I'll be honest. I was thinking Nikora. I've got my eye on him. He's part of my draft list.
Yeah. I'm going to put him in my team. I'm going to take him. Let's do it. Yeah.
I wasn't thinking Nikora. I just played you like a book. I've got Nanai's going to be my other second rower, and there's someone else I've got in mind. Now that you've said the 14 and you've gone Sharks, I'm going to I might just.
Well, this is now where it becomes a different game. So for our listeners at home, I've got picks available from the Panthers, the Broncos, Warriors, Souths, Manly, Titans, and the Dogs, which can't be. You've already got your picks for those teams, and then you have left the Storm, Newcastle, Sharks, Roosters. I know you've gone Roosters, Canberra, Eels, Cowboys, Tigers, and Dragons. Like you've got some.
I've got some tough clubs.
You've got some figuring out to do.
I've got 7 picks to go, and they are. I think I haven't handled the draft that well, but I think I'm going to finish strongly.
Yeah.
Okay. The Dragons is an interesting one. Where do I go at the Dragons? Ben Hunt's gone. You got Jack DeBellin. You got Blake Laurie, Jaden Sewer. I probably don't want to use Jaden Sewer. I probably will go. I'm going to go with my Tigers pick here. I'm going to go Isaiah Papali'i as a bench back rower. So he's on my bench
For the Tigers?
for the Tigers. Yeah.
Didn't have the best year.
No, but there's always room for improvement, isn't there? To be fair, in his defence, no one had the best year at the Tigers.
No. Happy Coruscant did pretty well, though.
He was all right.
Nah.
He tried his best. So Tigers gone. Who would you have taken out of the Tigers if it wasn't after Appy?
Utoya Kamanu.
Okay. Yeah. He wasn't that good either this year. To be fair.
He played State of Origin?
No. Did he play State of Origin? Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah. Did he play State of Origin or was he part of the squad?
No, he
played?
played.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You got me out here bagging footballers as well.
Yeah.
I'd take that back as well. Stefani Turkmano was brilliant.
Jeez, I've got options for the Broncos. I don't know who I'm going to be able to fit in my Broncos team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do.
What positions do you need again?
Boom. I know I'm picking for the Broncos.
Yeah.
I'm having Payne Haas in my team.
Yeah. Nice. What positions do you need then?
So I need 2 wingers,
yeah,
a 7, a back row, and then a lock, and then 2 bench spots are available.
I think I'm gonna have to do this.
Go on.
I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna have to take a winger or a set. I need a winger, a centre, a hooker, a second rower. I need another 14, and I want 2 more front rowers on my bench. I'm gonna go quite a strong big bench. I think I'm very worried about the Dragons and the Knights and the Raiders. Very worried about them. This is going to be a random pick because I know people, the casual fan will say, oh, no, actually. No.
And you slag off the casual
No. I'm
fan?
going to go Regan Campbell-Gillard.
Right.
Gillard just to provide a bit more structure to my team as well.
All right, okay. Yeah, well, it's pretty easy now. I've got my team that can't be challenged. I've got Isaiah Yoen.
Yep. Nice. I'm going to go... So I've got to go to the Knights now. The Knights is an interesting one because you got the outside backs is probably where I'm going to pick my player. Mm-hmm. Had a great year this year. Bradman Best.
Yep.
Saw him over in Bali, dancing on the dance, having a good time.
I thought you'd go Bradman Best.
He's going to come in relaxed from the off-season.
That sense... Or, look... Farnworth and Best, versus Holmes and Manu.
Good matchup. You reckon you got the edge there? Probably. Although maybe 2024 is the year that Best and Farnworth sort of take that extra leap as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of youth in that centre partnership.
Yeah, it is. And Reece Walsh at the back. We're sort of building for 2025, 2026.
Okay, I'm going to get my number 7 out the way, Daly Cherry Evans.
Yep, nice. Oh, man, Dragons. I might have to put a Michaela Ravalawa in my team. Dangerous under the high ball from time to time. Who's put the bombs up for you? Munster and DCE, not the biggest.
DCE's long kicking game.
Yeah, long kicking game, but he's not really a big exploiter of the bomb, is he? He's not like got the Nathan Cleary torp that I've got. Who are your wingers?
Don't have any yet.
Okay. Concerning. Cowboys have some fantastic outside backs as well. Who are their wingers? They got Taulangi. But then I want Nanai, because if I don't take Nanai, then I'm in a bit of trouble in my back row. Just to give me some breathing space and some thinking time, I'm going to take Harry Grant at hooker.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to bring in Dallin Watene-Zelezniak for one of my wingers, representing the New Zealand Warriors.
Yeah, cool. You were right. I'm going to go Nico Hines as my 14 from the Sharks. So I've only got 3 picks left now. You got 4 to go.
Yeah, I'm going to go. My other winger will be Jermaine Asako from the Dolphins.
Okay.
Leading point scorer. But anyway.
I'm going to go from the Canberra Raiders. Tomoko's a centre, isn't he? I can't put him on the wing. Who were their wingers last year? I'm probably going to have... Yeah, Rapana. Yeah. Could do worse. It's Josh Papali'i or Rapana, isn't it? Like Albert Hopewati. Just have a look at their team at the moment. Yeah.
Charlie, I think basically what you're saying is you're admitting defeat.
No. I'm not in defeat. Because I want Nanai as my second row. Or do I just flip the script here now? No, I'm going to go Jordan Rapana on the wing.
Okay, so we're back to me. Charlie, you've got 2 picks remaining, and I've got 3. So I'm going to put in my back row, Viliami Kikau.
Great pick. Yeah, great pick.
From the Bulldogs.
It would have, I've made some mistakes in this draft. I've got to be honest. I'm going to come back. We're going to go back in our front office, and we're going to have to talk about it. As a franchise, we've let ourselves down.
But you're going to have to bring in some great backroom stuff.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to have to do.
Yeah.
You've got Wayne Bennett coaching.
Wayne Bennett's a good coach. He's not going to be happy though with the job. I'm a bit scared to go see him, to be honest, after this draft. There's some great players there. I mean,
there is, but let's get our 17.
Okay, Jeremiah Nanai is my back rower from Cowboys, which means I've just got 1 Dragons player to put in.
Oh, on the bench.
As
well.
Yeah.
Like you've really, really not thought that through.
Well, I don't have to pick a bench player.
No, but they're going to be coming off the bench.
Yeah, as a front rower. So it's a front rower.
So I know who my last 2 picks are. I've got the Titans and South Sydney needing representation. So obviously the Cam Murray and Fafita. So
good ends to the draft there.
Yeah.
So my final pick's going to be either Blake Laurie or Jack DeBellin, I think. I've already got a back rower on the bench. If I go like a Jaden Sewer on the bench, then my bench is a bit small, I think, to match your bench. Because who's your bench?
Fafita will definitely be on there. Ben Hunt will definitely be on there. I think Cameron Murray will definitely be on there. And I think I'll bring Payne Haas into my starting team, and maybe Junior Borlo will come off the bench. Fucking hell. Good luck.
I'm in a bit of froth and bubble, I think. I'm going to go, my last pick, I'm going to go Blake Laurie over Jack DeBellin. I like Blake Laurie.
I like him as well.
Yeah, I think he's a good player.
I just don't know if he's like...
If he's better, as good as Payne Haas. Anyway.
Let's run through the teams one more time. So, Charlie, your White Knights from 1 to 17.
The White Knights, led from... At the back, we got Reece Walsh. On the wings, Jordan Rapana and Josh Adokar. In the centres, Herbie Farnworth, Bradman Best. Young, explosive, talented players. In the halves, we've got Cody Walker, 5'8", one of the most creative players in the game, alongside the best game managing half that the world's ever seen. Could end up being better than Joey Johns. We don't know. He's still so young. He's just won 3 premierships in a row. Maybe he's going to get a 4th again this year. Nathan Cleary. Front row, unbelievable power. Adam Fanua-Blake, Lindsay Collins. Then we've got the best hooker in the game, Harry Grant. On the edges, 2 of the most explosive back rowers in the game, Jeremiah Nana and Hamoli Olakawatu. You compare it to Viliama Kikau, who have we seen the best of Viliama already? I'm not too sure. At lock, Tino Fasua-Malawi, gun player, leader of men. In fact, I'm going to make him the captain of the team as well. You know, a born leader, legend. Then on the bench, we've got a Dally M winner. You know, a fantastic player. He's helped. You know, maybe this year he takes Cronulla Sharks to the premiership. I don't know. Nico Hines, and then the front rowers on the bench. Our front rowers, we've got Regan Campbell-Gillard and Blake Laurie. Now, Blake Laurie is an absolute just primed for 2024. He's going to be brilliant. He's taken on that leadership role in that front row. He's sort of one of the last remaining guys of when you played there. And then finishing it off, Isaiah Papali'i set for a bounce back year at the West Tigers.
Coached by Wayne Bennett too.
Coached by Wayne Bennett. Exactly.
That could be the difference there.
Could be massive.
Jimmy, what is it? Into your nan? 1 to 17.
Into me nan. A couple of observations on your team. Someone I purposely didn't tip you into from Canberra was Corey Horsburgh. He'd be a fantastic player off the bench, I reckon.
I probably could have gone him and then maybe Ravalawa on the wing.
Yeah.
Or even one of the Fainai brothers. Is that how you say their surname?
You're in all sorts. I think you've admitted a bit of defeat there. So 1 to 17 for Inter Milan. At fullback, current Dally M winner, basically can win a game all by himself. Multiple times he's proven he can do that. Kalen Ponga. On the wings, we've got Dallin Wateni Zalesniak and Jermaine Asako.
Okay.
I think that's strong.
I think my wingers are better, personally. I've got an Australian representative and a Kiwi representative. Asako plays for the Kiwis.
And so
does Dallin.
Yeah.
So 2. Yeah.
I think Dallin, the form he was in last year, Asako, leading point scorer.
Funny thing about wingers, though, is they rarely go back to back.
Yeah.
It's always someone else.
In a centre partnership, Joey Manu, the best centre in the game. I don't think that's up for debate. And Valentine Holmes, the second best centre in the game. And I don't think that's up for debate.
But, you know, my guys are young and up and coming.
The halves pairing, Cameron Munster, Daly Cherry Evans, Queensland halfback pairing. Joey Tarpany and Payne Haas in the front row with Api Coruscant.
It's pretty good. Although, you know, the danger is, will they know how to play with Api?
Yeah, well,
he's very dynamic.
Don't worry about that.
Low no looks.
Viliami kick out and Britton Nicola.
Yeah.
In the edges.
I think I've got you on the edges. I think we'll admit that I've got you on the edges.
Olakawatu and Nanai.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Isaiah locking up.
Yep.
The scrum. Then on the bench, Junior Borlo, Cameron Murray, David Fafita, and Ben Hunt. I think, Charlie, basically what I'm looking at these two teams on paper is you better fucking hope Nathan Cleary brings his A game.
Well, that's the thing.
That's the jewel in your crown.
Would you Walsh or Ponga?
That is
Walsh kept Ponga out of the Queensland team last year
for different reasons.
Yeah,
You know what? That imagine having that headache. Legitimately, Billy Slater's got to ponder that.
You got to
how do you split them?
No, but don't forget I've got Harry Grant.
I've not forgotten that.
And don't forget I've got Tino Fasua-Malawi, a leader of men. I don't know who's your leader.
Are you joking?
DCE.
Dale Cherry Evans.
Yeah.
Cameron Murray, Isaiah Yeo.
Yeah. A few leaders there.
Yeah. Couple.
Don't forget I do have Blake Laurie coming off the bench, getting me 150 metres off the bench. You know?
I love Blake Laurie. Can I be honest? I think in this competition, I think he's out of his depth.
I don't think he is. I think you'd be surprised.
I think he's going to be a bystander in this game.
No.
I think
you're underestimating Blake Laurie's toughness. In fact, I almost want to change my team name to something Blake related.
Yeah. Look, and I love Blake Laurie, but just in these echelon of players, no. I'm sorry, Charlie. This could be embarrassing.
Can I mention some of the names that weren't picked?
Dylan Brown was
Latrell Mitchell, Mitch Moses, Dylan Edwards, Tom Trebojevic, Jack Whiten, James Fisher-Harris,
Out of
Tedesco.
interest, could we have picked Jack White in the centres because it looks like he's going to play
Yes, you
there
could
for
have.
South? We could have.
Ruben Cotter, Pat Carrigan,
Yeah.
Cheese, Daniel Tupou.
What's your pick you're least happy with and you're most happy with as well?
I'm happy with them all. I look. The only person that I'm looking at this and going, oh, I'd trade him, is Cleary.
The only player of my whole team.
Yeah, that's the only one I want.
Okay. You wouldn't want Reece Walsh, Tennyson, Malawi,
No, because I would have picked
Fanua
them.
Blake.
I would have picked them. I think you're looking at my team going, oh, and you've openly admitted.
You say, I reckon you've done a lot of research into this as well.
You know what,
Yeah.
Charlie? I haven't. What I did is I played the rules of the game.
Yeah.
So you went, you went on Cleary. So then I just left Penrith.
Yeah, smart.
So I went. I went and got a Dragons player early, a Tigers player early. Much to your ridicule about me getting the Penrith player, Appy Coruscant. No, sorry, baby, that was years ago. So I was smart in my approach. I went and got players from the Tigers and the Dragons because I know,
What's the forfeit then for losing this? Because it looks likely that, get behind me if you want. You might say people might understand the team I've picked. They might go, hey, a bit of youth there, a bit of experience.
I think you're clutching at straws.
Because also I might, if there's a graphic made up, I might get like Walsh, Cleary, and Grant as like the three heads together.
That's your.
That could
that's
distract.
your.
Yeah.
That's the marketing team.
Yeah, and then maybe
they're your calendar people. They're on the front of the calendar.
Reece Walsh is going to get some clicks.
Yeah. Or my calendar would be Ponga, Manu, Munster. Yeah. Cam Murray.
It's not as sexy as the ones I mentioned though, is it? Because Manu's more of a reserved character. Murray as well. I know he's one of the leads of the game, but he's more of a reserved character.
Yeah, but the sorts that you want on the calendar.
Yeah, but I've got Reece Walsh, and he's like got a little cheeky grin on him in the picture as well.
Yeah,
and then
maybe you're selling more
Harry
calendars.
Grant,
Maybe you're selling more calendars with Reece Walsh.
And Harry Grant, we got a picture of him with a surfboard coming out of the surf. He's looking great. Nathan Cleary, we've got him snuggling up with Mary Fowler with his shirt off.
All right, maybe you win the battle of the PRs, but I think when it comes down to it on the field.
Well, it's up to the fans now. So head over to our Instagram. We'll have a poll up. Charlie's White Knights against, what is it? Inti Milan. Also, I wonder if there's a little wizard listening to us who can somehow simulate this on PlayStation 4. Send us the footage.
That would be amazing.
And Jimmy will take you out to lunch if someone can do that.
If there's any quantum physicists out there or anyone walking amongst us that knows that this isn't real, this is just a simulation, or can create a simulation, create the simulation where these two play each other in what would be real life.
And we could also take it one step further. Is we could actually have this game take place.
Pitch it to the NRL.
Pitch to the NRL charities. Your charity of your choice, charity of my choice. A lot of floods happening, around Australia. I could do flood. That's what they did back in the day, wasn't it? The Legends of Origin for the floods.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know quite what the forfeit is, but I'm confident.
Give us your ideas of forfeits as well, and we'll
filter them through. We'll
pick
one.
Yeah.
Because if you got a good forfeit,
I think it was mentioned before that whoever loses must ring one of the players and tell them that they've been picked in their side. But I don't know.
See, I don't mind that because we've had Harry Grant here. I could call him. And he'd be like, that's weird. And then I'll just text him after me, sorry, mate, I was a stitcher. But who are you going to call out of your list?
Mate, you know what? That's why if I'd have known this, I would have picked Blake Laurie. And be like, can I just call Blake on your behalf? Poor Blake Laurie, ripped into shreds. He's a fucking great player and a great bloke.
That's why I picked him.
And a real
You've
good
ripped
leader.
him to shreds. Not we, don't conclude me. I picked him in my fantasy team. I've done the opposite of ripping to shreds.
Yeah. I'll call Ben Hunt and be like, hey mate, look, I know you're aggravating for a release maybe, but honestly, every cloud you've made into Manan's bench. Oh dear, could you imagine? It would be good fun making those calls. Can you
just film it? You know how when the rookie makes his debut and they film it?
Yeah, they're like little camera in the background.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, that just about wraps it up. I've enjoyed doing this, Charlie. It's been quite the challenge.
Yeah.
But I think I played it better than you, from being humble.
We'll see what everyone thinks.
Yeah, we'll see what everyone says. So, thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you soon on the next episode of the Bar Round.